Hello, children. This is Miss Lucy, welcoming you to our very first English lesson for at home schooling. I believe that you have been doing your reading and have not forgotten all that we learned previously. We're going to go straight to our first lesson, introducing our first unit, which is going to be a nonfiction unit 3.3. Remember, we have done this before, talking about nonfiction, and we said that nonfiction is a writing that has information based on facts and it is not imagined. The title is going to be a big question: how far would you go to look cool? The book title is Shocking Styles. Now, our first lesson is going to be an introduction. Then we're going to look at why we need a content table of content. Then we will go straight to the second scene, and then we will do our activity after that. We have a few objectives. One, to learn new vocabulary that we can always use. Then use prior knowledge to discuss fashion, which you're going to do with your family. Then be able to retrieve information from the text to answer questions. The expected outcome by the end of this lesson is for you to be able to find meaning of the new words that we are going to find and also be able to give to answer the given questions by retrieving information. We are going to go straight away and find out what we have in our book. As you can see clearly on the cover page, the title of our book is Shocking Styles. By just looking at the cover page, you can start to think what the book is about by looking at the pictures that are there and also by the help of the title. We're going to go straight away to the next page and see what is there. Here we have a table of contents. Now, what is a table of contents? This is a page where we have an index or a page that shows us all the places where we will go to locate specific information. For example, this book is going to be divided into screens, many screens, but precisely 9. The second screen is going to be talking about the over-the-top underwear. Then, if you need to find information about fancy footwear, you will need to come straight to screen number 6. And you can see each screen has a different heading from the first, and each heading is going to have different information. Another thing, every time you're reading such books, you will find these pop-ups here. They have great information that you will find interesting. So please, as you're reading your book on Active Learn, don't forget to click to find what information is here. Let's go to the second screen and see what we have. Here on this screen, you can see we have our first heading. The heading is over the top underwear. And I know we remember what we said about headings. From the heading, we have other small subheadings which we are going to find on the way this page has been organized. And later on, as we continue to go through this unit, we will find how different writings of nonfiction are organized. But for now, we just need to know how we will find information on this page. So we need to know what are corsets as it is written here. This small paragraph here is going to give us information about corsets. The word corset is the subheading. This is a paragraph. Let us read through the paragraph and see what a corset is. The corset is an undergarment that is designed to make the waist smaller. It was introduced in the 16th century by the wife of Henry II of France. Laced corsets were very popular in the 1800s when a teeny tiny waist was trendy. Now, every time you see these words that are highlighted, if you right if you if you right click them, you're going to see the meaning of the words pop up there. So for example, you see the word laced means tied or closed with cords, as in shoelaces. I bet all of you have shoelaces. Now you know what laces are. And if something is laced, it means it's tied at the back, like shoes. So if you want to know what an undergarment is, you click on the highlighted word and then the pop-up comes here and it explains to you what it is. The undergarment is an item of clothing worn under normal clothes. You can see on this screen that we have lots of information and you will need to know how to get it. So we are going to read through all these parts here and then see the different information that we are going to get on each. Here on this picture, we have the picture that is captioned here, a laced corset. This is how a laced corset looks like. But then before we go further, we are reminded that we need to know something because here we talked about a century. Do we know what a century is? We're going to find that information here. A century equals 100 years, but 14th century does not equal the 1400s. For example, when you read 14th century, think between 1300 and 1399. If you do your calculations like we do in math, you will find 1399 take away 1300. How many years are going to be there? And then you will know what a century is. We have another small subheading here, which is undergarments. We are going to read from the 16th century through to the 20th century. Women wore very stiff skirts under their dresses. The idea was to make the waist look even smaller by creating a really wide skirt. I don't think you have done that before. We have another picture here with a caption. Some skirts were so wide it was almost impossible to get through a door. You can look at it and see what that means. We can also open these pop up here and see what this warning is about because it is subheaded warning. When we click there, we have the warning. Wearing these undergarments may be hazardous. What does that mean? Click on it again. It is going to bring the words here. Hazardous means dangerous. Oh, okay. It means dangerous. Corsets that are laced too tightly can squash you and cause broken ribs. Underskirts that are too wide can make you topple over in the wind. Now, I think that is all for the information that I needed to give you today, an explanation. Now, I'd like for us to go very fast to the questions and see what we have here on the activity. This is what I would like you to do for me. Tell me why you think the writer used shocking styles as a title. Here you will need to think because you cannot go back to the text to find the answer. But look at question number 2. Write 3 other words that you could use instead of shocking. We have seen that word used on the title. You can discuss with your family and use a dictionary to find other words that we could use instead of shocking. You will get 3 points for that. Question number 3. What is a corset? Now, this question will need you or will require you to go back to the text to find the answer. And then we will click very fast back to the text. And here we are on this part here under the subheading corsets. You're going to read through and then you will be able to find the exact answer that you need for that question. The last question, or question number 4, where would you find information about bizarre body Earth? Again, if we go back to the information that we just checked through, you remember that we started by looking at the contents. Now, I am not going to direct you to the answer, but I would like you to think and answer that question, and then that I can see if you understood. Question number 5. Find out more about unusual fashion. You could draw them, write about them, take snapshots, or do a video and post it on Class Dojo. This is going to be the most amazing part of this activity because you could talk to your family, discuss with them, let them tell you about other amazing or unusual fashion that they know, maybe your parents who know more, or you can go to the internet and do some research. And what you find, please be sure to share with me on Class Dojo. That is it for now, and I am going to wish you an amazing time doing this activity. Please do not forget to post your work on Class Dojo. Thank you so much. I am wishing you all the best and fun as you learn.